Hi, I'm Shonda Miles. I want to talk to you about how to be more consistent. So if you are having trouble being consistent, I want you to think about how can you break this thing that you're trying to do into smaller pieces. So sometimes we get overwhelmed and we get frustrated. Things don't work like we want them to work. They take longer, they're harder. But can you break it down into smaller pieces? Can you, just do one little piece of it at a time? So if you start thinking about it in pieces, how can you break it? What's the smallest way you can break it down? Just think about that. Can you do that? Can you break it into smaller pieces? Think about, can you batch it? So can you do all the things in or one part of the main thing in batches? Can you do so for me, I record videos. So I record a bunch of videos in a day, in one day, and then I have enough content for 3 weeks. Then I come back and I do record 3 more weeks of content. So that's batching. I do all the recording in one day. I do all the scripting in one day. So I have one day where I do these different things. So if you can batch it, that will help you. If something happens, you already have, your 3 weeks of content. You already have those recorded, you already have it scripted out. You can also outsource it. So if you have something that you can outsource to somebody else, you can outsource, those pieces to somebody else, and that will help you take some off your plate. It will leave you where you don't have to do everything. So think about batching, doing it all in one setting, or doing one piece of it in one setting. Think about outsourcing. Can you outsource pieces of it so somebody can help you with part of what you have to do? Because I get it. This is hard work. It's just hard work. It is good to have people that can help you. It's good to have a team. Make it as easy as possible. So let's just say, for example, you're having trouble with working out. So make it as easy as possible. Lay your clothes out the night before that you're going to wear to the gym. Go to sleep in your clothes that you're going to go to the gym and lay them on the bed. Have your shoes already ready to go. Have all your stuff already ready. And then when you come back from the gym, already have your stuff laid out for work or your business or whatever. But make it as easy as possible so you don't have to work through as much friction, as much resistance when you get ready to, when you get up to go to the gym. Plan it out, whatever it is, put it on the calendar. So if you're working on a book and you got to write 1,000 words, just put it on the calendar every single day from 8 to 9. I spend this time writing those 1,000 words. And the next day I spend those, that same hour working on those 1,000 words. But just plan it, put it on the calendar, protect that time. Don't let anything else happen during that time. The next one is think about your why. This is so important. Think about, why are you doing this in the first place? What is it that you need to be consistent about? Who does it affect? How is it going to affect you? Why do you want to do this? And then when you answer the question, why do you want to do it? Then ask yourself again, okay, why this? Until you get down to the root of it. And it usually takes 7 whys to figure out what's the real reason why you're doing this. But you got to have the why to stay motivated, because on a lot of days, you're going to want to quit. And on a lot of days, you're just like, you're over it. And so you got to have a why that will keep you going no matter what. Most of us, it will be somebody else that is our why. We're doing these things for somebody else. Somebody else can have a better life. But just think about your why. Really get down to the nitty gritty of what your why is so that you can stay focused on what you're trying to do. You can be consistent when you start thinking about your why. What is your specific goal? When you have a specific goal with a deadline and you have the steps wrote down on a piece of paper in order of priority, you've already kind of figured out how long it'll take, the time it'll take to do each one of those things. It makes it easier. You're not like just sitting down every day and say, okay, I got to do this today. I got to do this today. What am I working on again? Why? You're not jumping from one goal to another. You have this one specific goal that you're working on every single day. You're staying focused on every single day. You're writing it down every single day. This is the goal that I'm working on. This is the deadline. This is what I need to do in order to achieve this goal. And so you're going to be consistent because you know what you're working on. You are consistent because you can see it. You're visualizing. You can close your eyes and you can see it. You know what it looks like. You know what it sounds like. You know what it's going to, you can see the whole picture, and you seeing it over and over again, rehearsing in your mind will bring it into fruition as long as you're taking the action. The next one is to think about, reflect daily. What is it that's keeping you from being consistent? Is there some type of obstacle in place? Is it because you you wait to do this thing until you're exhausted? Do you wait to do this thing until it's bedtime? Do you wait to do this thing? Is it the wrong time? So you got to think about the timing, and then you just got to do it. If you want to be consistent, you just got to do it. You just got to make yourself do what you know you need to do every single day. And so that's the only way. You just push past the fear and you say, okay, no matter what, this is my time to work on this. This is my time to be consistent. I'm 4 to 5, that's my time. Or 5 to 6, that's my time. So just whatever your time is, every single day you're working on your goal. And then reflect at the end of the day. Okay, what did I do? Did you do what you were supposed to do? What happened? What were the results? What can you kind of tweak and then get better the next day? But think about, what did I do? What went well? What didn't go so well? So you can make the changes every single day. And then finally, just think about, we talked about visualization, but how is your life going to be different? When you start thinking about how your life is going to be different, and we start looking at the cost. So if I don't do this, I don't change my life, it could cost me, $100 million in my lifetime. It could cost me my children's future. So when I start looking at how's my life going to be different, I'm going to be more at peace. I'm going to be less, worried. I'm going to have, a little bit of, this here, a little bit of this here. And so when you start thinking about how is your life going to be different, when you can see that picture of how your life is going to change by you just being more consistent, it'll help you to stay focused and try to be consistent. And of course, we're going to fall off because we'll fall back into our old ways. Just get right back up and just start over again and just work on being more consistent. But batching, outsourcing, breaking it up into smaller pieces, visualizing, seeing what the end is going to look like will help you be more consistent. And you just got to make a commitment that you're going to do it no matter what. Just be consistent no matter what. Just do it. Don't give yourself a chance to make an excuse. Just go on and do it.